welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my Q2 book haul. So these are the books that I got in April, May, and June. Once again, pretty small book haul because I am kind of limiting my book buying this year, but there are some things I'm pretty excited about, so let's get into it. I have two books that I bought new, they are new releases, and then I have 3 used books. So we'll start with the new releases. The first one is Storm Over Camelot by Sophie Keach. This is just the dust jacket because I am currently reading this, but this is the 3rd book in the Morgan Le Fay trilogy by Sophie Keach, which of course is an Arthurian retelling following Morgan Le Fay. I've really been enjoying this series. I reread the first book this year and then read the second book, and I am now reading the 3rd book. And this series is one that I'm like a little bit dreading. This final book, like, the series is great. I am dreading this just because it feels unlikely that things are going to turn out well for Morgan Le Fay in this series. But you know, she could surprise me. I don't know. I gotta read the book to find out. But I have been a little reticent. Like, as excited as I am and as much as I've enjoyed this series, I've been a little reticent to read this because I'm like, oh, I just feel like it's not gonna go well. But yeah, so I got this one, which just came out this year, and then my other new release that I picked up in Q2 was The Wolf and His King by Finn Longman. I've already read this. I've talked about it multiple places. I will link in the description the short that I did about this. But this is a adult historical fantasy retelling of the story of Bisclavaret, which is a like 12th century story about a medieval werewolf. It is a knight who turns into a wolf, and then we're following him as he is kind of trying to make a life for himself, which is obviously very complicated when you spontaneously turn into a wolf and are trying to hide that from people. But I will keep it brief because I've already feel like I talked about this quite a bit, but I loved this. One of my favorite books of the year, may even make it into favorite books of all time. The writing in this is beautiful and compelling. The structure is unusual and unique, and I just absolutely adored this book. It also is just a physically beautiful book, which it doesn't always happen that the pretty books are also good books. And it's always so disappointing when there's like a book with a beautiful cover and then I don't like the book and I'm like, I want to keep it so badly because it's so pretty, but I'm not going to keep it if I don't like it. This one is beautiful inside and out, so I get to keep it on my shelf. But in addition to like beautiful cover art, although I do wish it was less shiny, beautiful cover art. I'm not really one for sprayed edges, but it does have some pretty cool sprayed edges. Under the dust jacket, it is also beautiful and shiny, and the end pages are also very lovely. So just all around a beautiful book. All right, and now on to the 3 books that I bought used. First up is The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. This is a standalone political fantasy with kind of a cozy bent to it. I've already read this. It is also connected to another series. So this is a standalone, but then there's a connected trilogy and a novella that go with it. And this one I enjoyed, but it wasn't like a new favorite. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I talked about it in my June wrap-up if you want to know more of my thoughts about this. But I am glad that I finally read this because I have kind of heard a lot about it. I feel like there was a big, like, everybody was talking about it like maybe 8-10 years ago, something like that, and I finally got around to it. And then my other 2 used books are both by Carol Berg. So at the beginning of the year I made a video that was my top 3 authors, my priority authors to read in 2026, which were, I believe it was Janny Wirtz, Morgan Llewellyn, and Carol Berg. So I wanted to try those 3 authors this year. I have read from the first 2, and Carol Berg is the only one that I have not gotten to yet this year, so I need to in the second half of the year. So I picked up 2 books from her to give a try. So these are each the first book in a different series. flesh and spirit every time. Like, look at this cover and the title and tell me this doesn't look like it's about vampires. I don't think it is, which I'm banking on this because I don't like vampires. If this turns out to be about vampires, I will be sorely disappointed. But this says that it is the rebellious son of a long line of pureblood cartographers and diviners. Valen has spent most of his life trying to escape what society ordained for him. His own mother has predicted that he will meet his end in water and blood and ice, and her divination seems fulfilled when a comrade abandons Valen, half dead in a rainy wilderness, addicted to an enchantment that converts pain to pleasure and possesses only a stolen book of maps. There's more to the description, but we'll end it there. But this sounds like it could be interesting. And then the other one is Son of Avanar. I always want to say Anavar for some reason, but it's Avanar. And this one says that sorcerers are the stuff of legends, used as boogeymen to frighten children. Any magic has long been scoured from the four realms, and to be accused of associating with the suspected sorcerer means death, or worse. Sari is a Lyran noblewoman living in exile. She wants nothing to do with the intrigues of her royal family, the politics of power, the unjust laws of her people. But her world is rent asunder when she shelters from Lyran soldiers, a fugitive, a man with the skills of a warrior who is incapable of speech and quite possibly mad. There is more to this stranger than meets the eye, and now Sari must help him remember who and what he is before those responsible for his condition find him and unleash an apocalypse against the world. Anyways, these books, they are ones I picked up less because of like the specific descriptions and more just because I want to try this author. Although I did a little research into her various series, and these ones seemed like the ones most interesting to me. So I'm hoping to get to these ones very soon. So that was my quick little book haul for Q2. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts were on them, or what is your favorite book that you've gotten in Q2. But thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye!